How did you manifest your SP to show up on point and keep getting better? I'm curious if you have a TikTok where you talk about the success of manifesting your SP, like how it goes and what he does to make you happy. I have so many videos on this, and this is why I decided to do the SP course, because I feel like no matter what I say and do, it really helps for you guys to hear it repeatedly. And if I put it in a course form, you guys can have it, download it, replay it as many times as you need. But I'm just going to keep drilling it if it helps. When it comes to manifesting your SP, like you can have a list of qualities, a list of ways that you want them to think about you, a list of things that they do for you, but you have to raise your standards, stop accepting bullshit versions of people. And when I say stop accepting it, I mean, like, leave these people. Like, I'm okay with cutting people off. I'm okay with cutting men off. For me to manifest my husband, I had to make a choice in life, and I had to decide that I wanted to stop dealing with men who were halfway available, meaning like men who they weren't really available. They weren't really making themselves available to me. They weren't really taking me seriously. And I was still giving them my time, which is valuable. I had to get to a place where I was strong enough to be like, fuck this. I don't deserve this. I deserve better. I'm going to stop dealing with this guy. He's kind of an asshole in a lot of ways. Like, he has some good qualities, but not good enough. And I deserve to have consistency when it comes to my love life and my relationships and my romance. But no, I had to get my mindset to a place where I was like, you know what? I may have fun with you and you might boost my ego a little bit, but I still can get better and I still deserve better. So I had to cut off the 2 or 3 guys that were in my reality that were doing absolutely nothing for me but wasting my time. And when you go through that chapter, it means that now it's time to be alone. It's time to be with yourself, which is very challenging, but also humbling. And it forces you to develop the relationship with yourself. It forces you to heal and reflect on what it was about your identity and self-concept that was flawed or not strong enough, or that needed work, that was, neglected, that was manifesting the wrong partners. So yeah, you gotta let these people go, block them. Decide within yourself that you're going to stop biting the bait of the breadcrumbs. You're going to stop with accepting breadcrumbs, right? And yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be vulnerable for some time. I'm not here to say that you have to be alone for a year like me. It can be 3 months. It can be 3 weeks. Like, as long as you know what we're doing, you're releasing your old identity that used to attract the wrong versions of people. So when you tap into a new identity, this means that you're deciding and claiming that now you are someone who attracts respectful, loyal, consistent, loving partners. And when you claim that this is your new identity, it's only a matter of time before you start manifesting those people in, right? But it's up to you to deal with the emotional trauma of the past, release it, heal from it before you decide to move on to the next person. It's easy to mentally claim the new identity, but it's not as easy to do the 3D work. Like, all right, cut off the people, stop texting these dudes back, stop accepting breadcrumbs, and then like, now you have to cry. You may not have to cry, right? But you have to release the emotional stuff that goes with it. Right? So allow yourself however long that takes before it's time to move on to the next SP, because you can have a new SP in a day. So it took me some time to like get through it because I was by myself and I just moved into a new place. So I had to adjust to a new environment and I basically started all over. But like, I'm good at starting all over because I've done it plenty of times. And so that's why I'm able to teach that the hardest thing about starting over is the emotional part, and is really the discipline of like doing the new behaviors that align and correspond with the new self-concept. So that is the hardest thing, but the mindset is the easiest thing, because it's like, just decide that you're no longer that bitch anymore that's accepting the bullshit breadcrumbs. When I tell you it all pays off, because I met my husband, he treats me like a queen, literally. Like, literally. So I would rather have it this way. I would rather have been lonely for however many months it was and have like dealt with myself, changed my life, consciously created the new version of myself, and then attracted the new version of him and men. And when I tell you that he is a direct, like he's so different that it still amazes me sometimes. I can recall 4 guys of my past who all had similar bullshit behavior, and he's nothing like any of them. And like, I'm so excited that he's my husband and he gets to be a father to my son, because I just could not ever imagine anyone from my past fathering a son. Like I could imagine fucking them and like drinking with them and doing some of the bullshit that I used to do. But no, they could never be a parent. They could never be a husband to me. Life is so much better when you do the solitude work and when you focus on yourself, when you write in your journal and make a list, identify the things that you don't want and cross them out and write the opposite, the things that you do want. And then at the top, write, I deserve these things and I will have them. And you keep affirming and you keep your standards high and you keep your boundaries strong and you block people. You block people and you don't text people back. Like it's less about the person and it's more about you. Because this is why I don't have to affirm for my SP day in and day out, because I work on the relationship with myself first and foremost. And his behavior, like he'll just come in and just do everything that I need without me saying anything, because that's a natural response. And that's a natural consequence of you just loving yourself and not doing the same bullshit that you used to do. Like, how does it go and what does he do to make you happy? He focuses only on me. He's all about me. He is all about me. Like, and I had to adjust to be comfortable with it. Because this is a thing that I think I forget to mention sometimes. Like when the new version of the person, or when the new versions of men and people and partners and women start showing up in your life, it's triggering and it can be uncomfortable because it's unfamiliar. So well into the relationship with my husband, we were well into it. I mean, I still have to reaffirm within myself that I'm worthy of the nice things that he does. Like, especially because I'm pregnant. And so my hormones will be like all over the place. And when you're pregnant, because I wanted to talk about pregnancy, but perhaps in another video, but pregnancy and also the loss of my mom. So that combined has stripped me down energetically. So like naked, like it feels, especially in my first trimester, I felt so vulnerable and so sensitive to everything, not just physically, like, ew, this smells. Oh, like what the fuck? It was like my energy was sensitive. Like I felt like a child again. Like I felt like everything was hurting my feelings. Everything was uncomfortable. Like the type of man that my husband is he's very affectionate and he likes to touch me and caress like my shoulder and that type of thing. He'll even do it with our cat. Like I know he's going to be an amazing father because of like how loving he is. But during my first trimester was so sensitive to everything around me and the loss of my mom that even him touching my shoulder and shit, that made me feel very like uncomfortable. Like I did not want to be touched. But I didn't really say it to him. It was more like, I was like, oh, like it was like anger. And he said I was mean in my first trimester, which I understand why he said that. And I apologize. And we got through it. Like it was definitely a unique journey for us. But anyway, it was just funny how that showed up while being pregnant, because when I'm not pregnant and he's loving and nurturing to me like that and touches me, it's still something that I work on accepting sometimes. It's not an always thing. I really do love it, but like I've put up with a lot of shitty men who never would do that. Like who never would like really like I mean, I've been with men who were cheaters. Like they were not aligned with themselves. So how could they love someone else kind of guys, you know? So now I'm with this amazing man who loves himself and is very confident, and he is proud to love me, right? And is I cry right now. I'm trying my best not to cry and fuck up the makeup. But anyway, girl, I still have to wake up and like teach myself that I'm worthy and it's okay and it's safe for him to touch me here or to be vulnerable with each other or to love each other. Like I still have to work on certain things because like if I'm on my period or if I'm having a bad day or whatever, like certain triggers still come up. So it's all about self, and it's all about allowing yourself to receive what it is that you desire, because when it starts to show up, girl, like when the money starts flowing in, when the good, finally, the great partners that are quality partners come in, when you get the new house and stuff, like we think that we're going to feel so good and everything, but it's still work because we still have to train our minds to understand and believe that it's okay to receive. And so with my husband, I still do that in certain ways that are very personal and he would never know. I wish I could think of something right now to tell you guys, but it's so personal and so profound, and it's like so detailed and so specific that like I don't know why I'm like looking for it. Like what am I looking at? But definitely the touches and caresses is a thing that I like had to like click, my mind like had to come on and first of all acknowledge that he even like, I remember in the very beginning of our relationship, I was like, oh my gosh, like you like to touch me? Like I didn't say that to him, but in my head I'm like, oh, he's very touchy feely. Like he's, like, because a lot of times, especially when you're damaged as a woman and you've been through trauma or you've been abused, like we associate like touchy feeliness to like creeps. Like, it's like, ew, stop being creepy. Like, I don't do hugs. Like, back the fuck up. Like, like, so I've had to overcome and heal that so that I can receive love. How does it go and what does he do to make me happy? So he's all about me. I think that's what I was kind of getting at. And that's another thing I had to get used to as well. Like it's not that he doesn't have a life, but he takes pride in being a father and a husband. I'm laughing because the baby is not born yet, but he takes pride in, like being able to focus on me. So like the other day we went to go pick up his wedding ring and he made the comment. He was like, I'm so excited to wear my ring. And then like, I don't know, like it felt like I've never had somebody say that like to me. And it felt so good. And I was just like, at first I was like, why would you say that? I'm supposed to say that. But then I was like, no, like don't make it negative. Like be happy that he's so proud to have you. Cause that's what we affirmed for. And that's what we wanted, And then, yeah, like he'll say things like, I mean, just girl, he's all about me. Okay. Like I keep trying to like, he's all about me. He's respectful. He like will really do things that I need and want. Like I'll be like, babe, can you run to the fucking store? And he'll go do it. He'll offer to do things that are like when I have days, because I have days where I forget to love myself. You know how sometimes you'll wake up some days and you're like anxious. And I know it's the pregnancy hormones. Like this happened this past Sunday. I was having a horrible morning. Like I felt so old story. And he was like cooking breakfast or something for me. And I just felt like in my head, I was like, babe, you don't have to get up and like do the breakfast. Like, why are you in here? Like, why are you like, I forgot that I'm worthy and deserving of like him taking care of me for a sec. And it happens sometimes, you guys, like our old stories will come back. I'm laughing because like I didn't mean to make this this fucking video about specific person. Gosh, but that's just what it is. But specific person content. But he's all about me. And so I have to continue to affirm to myself that I'm worthy of having a man who is focused on me. Like still to this day, I have to affirm that in my mind. And, I go into my affirmations. I know earlier I said that I don't do it as much, but I still do it. He's excited about being a father. There's so many things that you can find on the internet about seeing like about your how men are deadbeats, and this is why I haven't really been online during my pregnancy either, because there's so much on YouTube and TikTok about how men ain't shit and blah blah blah. Like, there's so many things about like, oh, my baby daddy ain't shit, he didn't go to any of the fucking appointments or whatever. And it's like, I just block all that out because that's so not my life. That is so not my life. Like my husband, he's always like literally on the phone with, I had a call with him this morning and he was like, babe, our appointment this week is at 3:30, right? Like our ultrasound. And I was like, oh yeah, it is, huh? Like I forgot. Like he's so supportive and present and active. And I have to like block off the internet and stuff, because if you consume too much of like the media, social media, you will forget that like having a good man is actually easy, like impossible and not scarce. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so it's so refreshing to just be in real life with him. But yeah, girl, he loves me, he respects me, he values me. He is kind of boring in the best way. Like he's so boring and consistent. Like, but that's what I want. And when I say boring, I mean like like I'll be like, hey babe, what are we gonna do today? What are the plans? And he'll be like, it's whatever you want. And I'm like, oh yeah, it is on me, huh? Like I do call the shots. Like I am in control, bitch. Like period. Like like let's be honest. Like he's not just like obsessed with me in the worst way. He loves watching football. Like he'll watch the fucking games, I guess. And I feel so safe. Like I was scrolling through TikTok yesterday or a couple days ago. This is why I gotta stay off TikTok, y'all. But it was like a girl did this video of like, she asked her man for his phone to see his reaction. And she was like, babe, can I use your phone? And he immediately was like stumbling and like stuttering and like getting nervous as fuck, as if he had something to hide. I was like, I'm gonna do this to my man and see what happens. And it's like, I don't like to do that type of shit. I don't like to be influenced by social media with my thoughts or whatever. But this I felt was fun because I just knew it was like, he wasn't gonna react the same way. And I was like, babe. And it was so funny because he was like sitting like kind of in front of me and I was like sort of behind him, like in the bed. And I was like, hey babe, can I use your phone? And he was like, yeah, where is it? And he was like looking for it. And and his phone is like fucked up. I keep telling him to get a new phone. But anyway, his phone is like messed up at the little charger part. And he swears it's the charger, but I really think it's his phone. But like when he took his phone off the charger, like I immediately was like, oh fuck, because he has to like set the phone down a specific way so that it stays charging. It's so stupid. And I realized by me making the joke of like, hey babe, can I use your phone? And then I didn't really need to use the phone. Like anyway, so he unplugged it and I was like, oh, I'm just kidding, babe. And he was like, babe, what the fuck? He really didn't get mad. He doesn't even swear at me, but like he was like annoyed. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, babe. Like I just wanted to get your reaction. Like he doesn't care. There's nothing on his phone. Like the only thing in his phone, because I have gone through it, not because I'm insecure, but because I don't know, I went through it like maybe a year ago. And like I don't feel the need to go through it again. Like I don't care. He gave me his code, by the way. Like it wasn't like I think he was like getting something out of the trunk and I was in the passenger seat of the car and his phone was ringing, or his phone beeped, and he was like, babe, can you check that? The code is da 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 da. And like I checked it, and then yeah, I looked a little further in the messages because he was asking me to check a message anyway. Girl, it was nothing but like his work group chat, and he doesn't even like talk in the work group chat. And it was like his family group chat, and what else was it? Like his mom. Girl, like it was like nothing. There was no tea. Like there was nothing. He doesn't even have social media. It's more than just identifying what you want out of a partner, but it's also like showing up as the partner to them that you want to be. Like shifting into being the woman who actively, consistently receives the loyalty. It's an everyday process, inner work. Not saying that like, oh, you have to show up and be pretty every day. Like, no, you have to show up and remind yourself that you're worthy of getting married every day. You have to show up and remind yourself that you're worthy of being touched lovingly, right? You're worthy of laying next to someone at night, every night, who makes you feel safe and loved and protected. And you're also worthy of having someone who accepts you at your lowest. I never knew how ugly it could get. I'm not even talking about me without a wig, bitch. I'm talking about me with like emotionally at my lowest. Like when my mom died, and how my husband was by my side every single day, even when I couldn't physically be with him because I had to be with her while she was in the hospital. Like my husband made sure to show up for me with phone calls, FaceTimes. He made sure to stay present by my side virtually, so that I knew that he's, still here. He's available for whatever I need. He's loyal. He's ready to listen and understanding. Even if there were some things that he didn't fully understand, he was willing to try and do the best that he could. So that, amazing and beautiful. But also like after my mom passed and the grief kicked in and the reality of it, that I'm still accepting every day that she's not here, is an ugly journey. Like it's not always pretty. And girl, he's here with me, understanding and listening and beside me every day. And it's not always cute. Some days it's like, bitch, I'm just gonna cry. Or sometimes, I'm just actually really upset and angry. I'm not taking it out on you. I'm not taking it out on anyone, but emotionally, I'm not okay right now. Like we'll be watching a show and then it's like, I don't want to watch this scene. I was watching Insecure. Oh my gosh, my husband and I, we like Insecure. I've seen it by myself before I met him, of course. And watching it with him it's fun. It's interesting to see his reaction and perspective on things. And they're always favorable, interesting, unique perspectives. Anyway, I think right now we're on the last season. Maybe I think it's 5. And my sister and I always talk about how like no matter what, every new chapter that we experience in life, when we rewatch Insecure, it's like you can relate to another person in the show. Like, but I'm not listen, we ain't got to get into it today, but I'm not a huge fan of Molly. Even though I've done a lot of things that she's done. I've gotten myself into situations I've handled situations like, girl, I think that's why I don't like Molly, because it's like, I have been the choosing the wrong men for the wrong reasons version of myself. I have lowered my standards before. I have, girl, but anyway, girl, I'm getting way off topic, but it's the point towards the end of the show where like her mom gets sick and has the stroke and is unresponsive, and it was just so triggering. And I was like, babe, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. And he was like, well, just skip it. Find something else. Like, he's just really cool, understanding, like, it just goes with the flow. And he continues to get better. The better I get, the better he will get. And then it kind of hits you because it's like something that you always have known. But once you get in it, the dream relationship with the desired person, and then you get the engagement, and then you get married, and then the child is on the way, like it kind of hits you in the face and you're like, oh, I created all of this and I co-created it with the universe and God and mom. But it doesn't run and flow without me. You know what I'm saying? Like it starts with you and it remains consistent with you, and it gets better as you get better. So you get to decide how it's going to go. Like, am I just going to have this like basic ass relationship, or am I going to elevate myself and keep leveling up so that my relationship can elevate and level up? Right? Am I going to just have the bare minimum lifestyle and relationship and spiritual relationship with my family? Or am I going to continue to work on myself and improve myself no matter how hard it is and no matter how challenging it gets? It's not supposed to be easy, you know? That's how he gets better, right? That's how your relationship gets better, is as a reflection of you getting better, right? So it's all about you. It all starts with you. It was a challenge for me to get up this morning and get on camera, but I still have to challenge myself to overcome some of my personal flaws. And I still have to challenge myself to show up for the next chapter of me. I still have to show up for me. I have to show up for a little one that I'll be having soon. I have to show up for my husband. I have to show up for my family. I have to show up for my business. I have to show up for you guys. I still got to show up. Like, I still have to live and exist in this reality. And that requires me to exercise my qualities, exercise my characteristics, and like sharpen them so that I can be the best version of myself. So yeah, it's challenging. It was challenging for me to get up this morning, girl, because I was like, no, I'm just pregnant. I just want to chill. But, you know, we still got to pay the bills, you know, and we still have to stay in alignment with the things that we love and admire and enjoy doing that make us who we are. Because I would not feel like myself if I was not sitting here in front of you guys right now. And I would not hold a strong self-concept if I was not embodying the characteristics and carrying out the things, doing the shit that I like to fucking do, bitch. I was trying to make it like nice. I was trying to make it cute, trying to make it professional, but bitch, I still have to do me so that that man can keep being amazing, right? And so my life can continue to go flow, right? There's no flow without me. There's no flow. Like, there's stagnation, there are problems, there are delays, and it's a reflection of what's happening in my mind. So you have to stay on point with you.